What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm at Gunther Volkswagen checking out this brand new, completely redesigned 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan. Yes, it's finally hitting the lots this week, and I'm going to have the first look for you. We're going to check it out from the exterior, interior technology, and of course, the test drive. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button, and now let's get back to this. And here it is, guys, brand new Volkswagen Tiguan. Now, it competes in a very crowded and very popular market, compact SUV. So you might know Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, Hyundai Tucson, Kia Sportage. We also have Nissan Rogue, Chevy Equinox, probably Ford Bronco Sport can be put in the same category, and I probably missed some. And all of the manufacturers are fighting for that customer. Now, Volkswagen did a tremendous job redesigning that, not only on the outside and the inside, but also they moved it to a different platform. It's an EQB platform, the same that's used on the Volkswagen Golf GTI, and apparently it's going to help with some driving dynamics. We're going to check that out at the end of this video, but now let's start with the design. And this one definitely feels younger, it feels lighter, it feels cleaner than the previous generation. Overall, I think they did a great job redesigning it. I like the lights, they're all LED lights, and you have the daytime running lamps and turn signals. And if you look on the side, you can see through this air curtains on the side. That helps with aerodynamics of this vehicle. Now it's finished off with some matte black and some polished aluminum trim at the bottom. And we have this huge Volkswagen logo. Now the light behind it on the SE trim does not light up, but if you go for the higher trim levels, it actually light up alongside with the Volkswagen logo. Big changes underneath the hood as well. Let's check it out. So what are the changes, you might ask? It's still a 2-liter, 4-cylinder, dual overhead cam, turbocharged engine, but now it produces 201 horsepower. That's 17 horsepower more than the previous generation. We also have 207 or 221 pound-feet of torque, depending whether it's a 4-motion or a front-wheel drive. Made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, the hood is nicely kept up by the hood struts on both sides, and we have some sound insulation, and we have the double latch for that extra safety and security. Can be done, right? We're definitely going to check out the quietness of the cabin and the ride quality at the end of this video. And that clean, sleek, and sporty design continues on the side profile of this vehicle. Now, when I first looked at it, it looked just a tad smaller than the previous generation. So let's talk about the size of it. 184.4 is the total length of this vehicle with a wheelbase of 109.9. The width is 73 inches and the height 66.1 to 66.5. The curb weight 36 to 3,800 pounds, depending on which trim you choose. This is the SE trim, and it sits on 19-inch wheels. We have the Pirelli Scorpion tires, 235 by 50 on 19-inch rim. That is a dual color one. We have some gloss black and polished aluminum. I like the cladding that's around of it. That's protecting those unwanted scratches also at the bottom of this vehicle, and it's finished in this polished aluminum plastic trim. Now we have turn signals in the mirror, low profile roof rails. Now this particular one has a panoramic sunroof that's been added to the vehicle, and the top of the windows is finished in chrome, while the bottom in matte black. And as we go around, you'll see the brand new back end that includes all LED lights right here in the back. Was so typical to the new Volkswagen blade light, basically the light that goes across the entire width of the vehicle with the big Volkswagen logo in the middle, Tiguan spelled out. We have the rear view camera, third brake light, exposed wiper, now 4-motion on the side, and this vehicle has no visible exhaust. If it had a tow hitch, it's rated for 1,500 pounds on the front-wheel drive, 1,800 pounds on 4Motion, which is in Volkswagen lingo, all-wheel drive. If you buy one of those Tiguans, you also gotta get a brand new Volkswagen remote. Of course, that's the key. Let's see what's on it. 2 times to start the vehicle, lock, unlock, and we can hit this button to open up this power lift gate. Now in the back you have 27 cubic feet of storage, and if you fold down the seat, that goes to about 56. Let's see what's going on here. So we have the roadside assistance kit, first aid kit, with some other goodies that are in this vehicle. Underneath this floor we have the spare tire, of course, and if you wanted to fold down the seats, all you have to do is pull on levers here and the seats will go down as such, and gives you quite a bit of room. And that panoramic sunroof adds so much room, so much lightness and airiness to this vehicle. Now what else we have right here? And at the back we have the power outlet and some illumination, and of course you can close it by pushing the button on the gate. Let's take a look and see what's going on in passenger compartment. And as always, we'll start with this rear door panel right here. Let's see what's going on. I like the variety. This shiny black texture trim and the light gray, what looks like neoprene. It looks like the Alcantara maybe, but it's not. And we have some VTEX. Now the VTEX is leatherette, basically man-made leather. Each manufacturer calls it their own, and Volkswagen calls it VTEX. I like this dual color on the seats. The seats are perforated right in the middle there, and they are solid on the sides with this dark gray frame around it. We have the cup holders and the armrest. Both seats, driver and passengers, have some extra storage in here. And check this out, guys. We have some adjustable vents in here, 2 USB Type-C ports. We do, however, have this big bump right in the middle. That's kind of going to obstruct the seating position of the third person. Up on top, we have some illumination. Of course, this big panoramic sunroof. Let's see if I can fit behind the driver. Being a 6-foot tall adult, it's important for me to have some space in the back, and Volkswagen does not disappoint. As you can see, I'm not even touching the back of the front seat that's adjusted to my regular driving position. I also have plenty of headroom, plenty of shoulder rooms inside this vehicle. The seats, fairly comfortable. Do they adjust? No, there's no adjustments on it. However, the position is good as it is. Before we get inside, let me show you something. See this little indent on the front door? What that means that it has the ability to lock or unlock this vehicle by proximity, which means right now it's locked. But as soon as I put my hand inside of it, it unlocks it as long as the key is somewhere on me. So let's check the sound of the closing door. That's pretty good, actually. And the front door panel, just as the rear door panel as far as the colors and textures, with the addition, of course, or a lock window mirror controls. At the bottom, we have more storage and the ability to open this rear gate. Now, on the driver's side only, you have the power control of the seats. You have the manual control on and the passenger one, but you also have the lumbar control here as well. I love the design of the seats. Again, very nice and clean look. The seats are actually quite comfortable, to be honest with you, and the interior is brand new. Let me jump in. I'll show you the rest of it. And let's listen to the sound of the closing door from the inside right here. Boom. That is very solid. By the way, this is a new looking door handle. Everything is new about this interior. Quite frankly, it looks very, very good with this big screen right in the middle. But we're going to start on the right hand side. Big vents, this pretty cool looking trim, kind of matching what's going on the doors. Again, this is more like a fake suede type of material. I'm not even sure what they call it. And up on top, we have this soft touch wrapping off the dashboard. Now, the screen in the middle, in case you were wondering, this is 12.9-inch screen that can go up to 15-inch if you go for the higher trim levels. Now, the steering wheel, a leatherette wrap with some contrast stitching. We have a bunch of buttons on each side. Let's see what they do. This is your cruise control and volume control on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you can customize your digital cockpit. Also have the ability to voice control the vehicle, and of course, Volkswagen logo in the middle. Now, the one change that I see here is the way that you change gears. So you basically twist this knob right here. As you can see, we go from drive, neutral to reverse, and push the button to get into park. So that's different than what we've seen on the previous generation. And that also displays right in the middle here. So see, drive, reverse, and we're in park right now. So this is your digital cockpit. I like it. I like it on all the other Volkswagens. Very simple control. Right button controls what's going on the right side. Left button controls what's going on the left side. And then you can, of course, go up and down and see what you want to display in here. So compass, telephone, audio, navigation, average speed, travel time, distance, no display, or settings. Now go to the left-hand side, and we have about the same thing. Operating temperature, start, stop, settings, no display, average economy, total distance, and start, stop. So hit OK. And in the middle, you have the digital display of the speed. On the right-hand side, speedometer, left-hand side, tachometer, you have 465 miles to empty. By the way, the gas mileage on this one is 22 in the city, 30 on the expressway, 25 is the combined number. This is for the all-wheel drive. On the front-wheel drive, you get slightly better gas mileage. That's your instrument cluster, a digital cockpit, as they call it. And let's move on to the infotainment screen. 12.9 inches. I like how bright it is, how vivid the colors are. Kind of add some fun to this vehicle. And we're going to hit this button on the top to see what apps do we have. Telephone, radio, media. Let's see what sources we have. FM, AM, and Sirius XM or internet radio. Go back here, navigation. This particular one doesn't have it installed, but you have the wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Now the vehicle settings, that's the first time that's probably started. So really easy to read. Exterior lights, headlights, interior, exterior. Let's see what's going on. Brakes, windows, opening and closing. Gives you kind of the visual reference to it. Cockpit, driving data, reset since start driving data, reset long trip distance, etc. Interior light, back to exterior status and data. Go back. Parking assist system. So we have the lane keeping system, automatic emergency braking, lane change. By the way, it has all of the IQ Drive features, including the travel assist, adaptive cruise control, lane assist, emergency assist, front assist, pedestrian and cycling monitoring, active side assist, and rear traffic alert. So that's all standard on this vehicle. Experience. Let's check this out. Different drive modes: comfort, eco, sport, custom, off-road, and snow. You get that with the 4Motion system. And here, by the way, you have the atmospheres. Now, here's one cool thing about it. And we're going to get back to the screen in just a moment, but you can control that with this brand new dial in here. So you have volume, you have lounge. Basically, that opens up kind of the same shortcuts where you have the drive modes and atmospheres. And the atmospheres basically just mean the different settings for this whole infotainment system. It's in nature, energetic, minimal, me, which is pretty much customizable, I guess. Energetic gives you the red one, and well, let's do it. I need some energy this morning. And let's take a look. So driving modes, we already went through that. I'm actually going to switch it to sport for today's drive that we're going to take, and then go back to this main menu, off-road mode. Here, let's check this out. The steering angle. This is pretty cool. Now, does it have hill descent assist? You can turn that on. Driving mode, select, and sport. Displays. All right, so we have the compass. We have the altitude at 40 feet. Let's see what it says. That's the compass. That's the temperature. That's the temperature. Steering angle. Does it have the pitch and roll? I don't see that. Interesting. That would be something to add to it, or maybe I'm just not looking in the right place. All right, so vehicle favorites, electronic stability control system, start and stop. You can turn that off so the vehicle does not turn off at every stoplight. And a lot of people don't like it, and kind of mixed feelings about that, but I'm not a big fan. So some shortcuts up on top for your navigation, phone, media. 93 degrees outside, and it's already only 10 a.m. Crazy. All right, so climate control. So this is the Climatronic Touch dual zone automatic climate control. Right now we have low on both sides. As you can see, you can turn this off, I believe, right? No, just go to the different screens. What if I press it and hold it? Service, update versions. Oh, we get into service mode. I don't really need that. But here's at the bottom some shortcuts for the climate control. You can adjust the temperature simply by sliding your finger at the bottom here. Adjust the audio volume, sliding it right here in the middle, and again, control for the passenger on the right-hand side. And a lot of people don't like it and they're complaining about it. I think they've done a nice job updating it to the point where it's not overly sensitive, and you can actually do it with ease. So push the power button here. That's going to turn it off. Well, I knew it was a button here somewhere. All right, we're going to turn it back on. And one other thing that I want to show you is the rear view camera. So decent quality, decent size as far as the display. I mean, this one doesn't have like a 360 or anything like this. It's fairly base model. And we have two different angles. And again, you have the parking sensors. As you can see, we're sitting pretty close to the bushes in the front. So that's probably what it's showing here. And this is your rear view camera. Let's put it in park so we don't roll. Moving down here, you have a set of vents, and here's that volume and knob, or the one that you can control the different themes in here, or you can also control the drive modes. So sport, I'm not sure if you can see it, comfort, sport, custom, off-road, and snow. So right here, you don't have to search for it like you did in the previous version. Right next to it, you have the engine start stop button, electronic parking brake. We have two cup holders, little phone holder storage, two additional USB Type-C ports in here. Again, you can put your phone in here and kind of clamp it in with this spring-loaded clamp, and then just a tiny little bit of storage in the console. Up on top, you have the digital mirror. What I mean by that, you have a compass built in, and you have the Homelink system. That does not turn into a camera like the digital video camera. Now you have LED lights on the inside, and again, the same control, the same way you control the climate control, sliding your finger over here in control basically your sunroof, and the sunroof slides open, opening up this nice and big windscreen here. And of course you can close that up with one touch operation, and we're going to do that, but it adds so much airiness to this, and you can see this closes up one touch. Overall, let me know what you think, guys, about this design of the Volkswagen Tiguan. Now, illuminated mirrors, attention, new Beetle. Is it new Beetle? Why is it new Beetle? I don't speak French. Oh, here. What does it say? If the fuel cap is not fully closed while driving, this might come on. Please proceed to close the fuel cap. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so just the basic stuff where a lot of people know about that. This is the interior. Let's touch on the pricing. Take it for a spin. All right, guys, so you're looking to buy a brand new Tiguan and go like, hey, how much is it? So let's go to Volkswagen website and let's see what they are. So the first trim, the basic one, it's called S. $29,495 starting MSRP, $32,295, the one that I'm driving in right now. By the way, I have a sticker for it. And this one is a 4Motion, so the base MSRP of it is $33,795. And then we have the power tilt and sliding panoramic sunroof. It's $1,200. We have auto dimming rear view mirror, $405, and Mojo mats and heavy duty trunk liner for $296. First aid kit's gonna set you back $110. Destination charge $1,425. This one, as equipped, that I'm sitting in right now, $37,231. Well, this is not the top of the line trim. There are two more trims above it. SER line black, $33,455 starting MSRP. That's going to have some cooler exterior accents and black, more sporty looking one, 20-inch rims. And then SELR line, $39,755. Illuminated front and rear Volkswagen badges and light bars. We have the Climate Coat heat insulated and sound insulated front windshield, perforated Verena leather seating surfaces with 10-point full-back massage functions and heat ventilation, Harman Kardon 12-speaker stereo, 30-color adjustable ambient interior lighting. Wow, so this one is fully loaded. And then we have the 15-inch display in the middle. Tons of features in here. I can't wait to get my hands on it so I can bring it to you guys. And on the channel, about $40,000. Does it sound like a lot? You get tons of options included in that price. That's what you have to realize. Plus, if you're looking at the RAV4 CRV Tucsons or any vehicle like this at the top line, they're crossing that $40,000 range. All right, let's move out of this space and do a little bit of test driving here. I'm going to start off with the turning radius. I wonder if I can even turn it around in this parking lot right here. Steering wheel all the way to the left. And let's see. Can we make it? It's going to be close. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. I'm not going to damage any vehicles while doing this. That is pretty tight, actually. I'm impressed. Wow, okay. So that's very good. You're going to see the acceleration now on paper. It says between 7.7 seconds to 8.4 seconds. I think it's got to do with the 4Motion and front wheel drive. And I'm going to check out the acceleration in just a little bit. But now, merging in traffic, no issues. Fairly smooth acceleration. I've read, somebody test drove it, one of the automotive reporters, and says, hey, it's got some jerky acceleration. Now, they always drive those pre-production models that still have some kinks in them. So I have a feeling that that might have been the case. I've driven this vehicle on this route already once just to check it out before I start filming. And it was fine. No issues. Fairly quiet. Good visibility. Decent size mirrors. Even the mirror right here up on top. All right, now we're going to get in full sun in here. So check out the visibility for the screen, because some of those you can get really blinded by the reflection from the screen, or you can't read what's going on this. This is very vivid display. So no issues here. Okay. Again, merging in traffic and catching up with, you can hear the engine. Am I even in the sports mode? Let's see. Comfort. No, yeah, let's put it in sports mode. Let's see if anything changes. Listen, I like it. It feels like a bigger vehicle than it is. It's fairly quiet inside the cabin, so if you have the sound insulated one on the top of the line trim, that's going to be even quieter. So definitely going into this more of a luxury trim. Now, they redesigned the Q5, and the Q5 is basically on the Audi is the same thing as this. I haven't tested that one yet. But listen, this one is about $37,000, right? What else can you get for $37,000 that can compete with that? Yeah, plenty of vehicles, right? I mean, you have the Honda, the new Honda. By the way, the CRV is coming up with the Trail Sport, the new trim on the hybrid, which, by the way, that brings me to another point. This is the only engine option that's available right now for the Tiguan. Now, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. I was talking to some salespeople at the dealership. They're saying that they're going to put the larger turbo on the engine, making it like the Type R engine, adding another 30 or 40 horsepower to this setup. That actually would be quite interesting. Make a sporty vehicle like this. I don't think there are any plans of doing anything as far as hybrid, which, I know these are very popular, especially in this market segment. So quite confused why Volkswagen doesn't do that. I mean, that would be nice if they, had one with, 40 miles to a gallon. That's what people want. And still get some performance out of it too. That'd be nice. Speaking of performance, let's check this out, guys. We have it 0, get down to nothing. All right, about 50. No issues here as far as the acceleration, so definitely good enough. That's what it is. The hybrid actually would be nice too, but here's what's pretty cool about this. If you buy it right now, I'm not sure if that's going to be something that Volkswagen's going to continue with. You're going to get 24 months of standard maintenance included in the price. You also get that 3 years of roadside assistance with it, and the warranty on the Volkswagen is 4 year, 50,000 miles. So that's what you'll get, guys. This is the brand new 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan. Let me know what you think about it, if you like it or you don't. I welcome all the comments, and I'm looking forward to hear them in the comment section, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hope this was helpful and you learned something about this brand new 2025 Tiguan. If you did, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.